What's going on, guys? It's your boy John the Liquidator coming back with another video, and it looked like the Browns might have a bold plan for Shedeur Sanders because reports is starting to come out of Cleveland. Guys, for this one here, we got to go all the way up to Cleveland. Let's get it. Let's go. Shake the haters off. Now, I spoke about this a couple weeks ago, and I was crucified for it. That is possibly Shedeur Sanders getting traded. Now, there is a lot of reports coming out of Cleveland that Shedeur Sanders could possibly, allegedly, be on the chopping block in this quarterback race. It's really coming down to how he performs up against these veterans. Now, there is many people that believe Shedeur Sanders is going to remain on the team. Now, I'm one of the people that believe he is going to remain on the team. I don't think that they're going to cut him, but just like I stated, there is reports coming out of Cleveland that could possibly be the case. And I'm here to tell you, don't be surprised if any of this stuff happens because you never know with the NFL, man. We didn't think Shedeur Sanders was going to go to the 5th round, now did we? So I don't put nothing past these people at this point. So Yahoo Sports just released an article a few moments ago kind of detailing this whole process about Shedeur Sanders possibly being traded. Now, some is speculated that Shedeur Sanders could possibly be part of a package to the New Orleans Saints. Yes, the New Orleans Saints. Now, the New Orleans Saints is the team that I think Coach Prime originally wanted Shedeur to go to. Like I stated, none of this information has been confirmed. This is all alleged, but I'm getting word that the Browns could possibly be putting together a package, like I stated, for him to go down to New Orleans. It's been reported that NFL teams may want to dial back the trade proposals. For now, the Cleveland Browns are setting on the most intriguing quarterback group in the league. And despite speculation swirling around Shedeur Sanders and company, they're in no rush to make a move. So according to Mary Kay, the Browns are proceeding cautiously. The Browns have no plans to trade any of their quarterbacks at this point right now. That's what they're saying. Now, citing the need for evaluation before decisions are made. So that's just like I stated. They don't want to make any decisions before training camp when Shedeur Sanders get in the room with Joe Flacco and them. Now, the quarterback room includes, we already know Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett, Dylan Gabriel. Now, many speculations is, why does this matter, right? Shedeur Sanders is one of them. And as Deion Sanders' son, he's more than just a rookie trying to earn a job. He's part of a larger brand built in Boulder. In Cleveland, keeps Shedeur Sanders on the bench. Coach Prime is unlikely to sit quietly. We have to remember that. Coach Prime is not going to allow Shedeur Sanders to be on no damn bench. We all could agree on that. Now, the Browns plan to give each quarterback an even shot during OTAs, running currently offensive drills. So for all reps with top weapons like Jerry Jeudy, David Nachar, and Cedric Tillman. Now, let's scroll down here. It's stated, no NFL teams carry 4 active quarterbacks into the season. GM Andrew Berry knows that. So while the official line is no trades yet, decisions are coming. And that's what I'm trying to prepare y'all from. Now, I'm not saying Shedeur Sanders is going to be traded at all. Only thing I'm saying is do not be surprised if he does. Now, could any team put together a package to get him? Yes, Shedeur Sanders is box office wherever he go. Do the Cleveland Browns need Shedeur Sanders more than any other team? Yes. And just like I stated in the beginning, I don't think they'll trade him, but you never know, bro. You never, ever know with these teams, dog. I just got to keep it real. The article goes on to say, and if Shedeur Sanders still buried on the depth charts come August, Coach Prime may look to put his son in a New Jersey, one where he's the main event. Yes, so that is speculation there about Shedeur Sanders. Now, none other than NFL legend, Hall of Famer, my city-owned quarterback, Kurt Warner. Man, I remember going to the Rams games as a kid, seeing Kurt Warner, man. Speaking of, look, this is See, I keep this by my desk every day to kind of like motivate me real quick. I'm getting so off topic. This is my autograph picture. Isaac Bruce, I took it out the frame. Isaac Bruce from back in the day days. So if anybody know a little bit about the St. Louis Rams history, it's definitely your boy John Liquidator being from the city, being engraved and engulfed in the football atmosphere here. Bro, Kurt Warner is like a super legend. Marshall Faulk is another super legend. And it's just crazy that he's working for Coach Prime now. But with all that being said, Kurt Warner set the record straight about Shedeur Sanders. And I thought this was great. I thought this was needed. And let's check out what he had to say, man.
Hey, give me a minute. Let me set this up. One of the biggest takeaways from the schedule release was the fact that the Steelers opened the season by taking on the Jets, which, of course, Kurt led conspiracy theorists to conclude that the league thinks that Aaron's going to sign with Pittsburgh and face his team in week one. So assuming that Aaron Rodgers does sign with Pittsburgh, I want to get your thoughts. Watching tape or film of him last year, exactly what did you see? And then realistically, how much of a difference do you think that he would make to the Steelers?
Well, I mean, when you look at the whole of the season, I don't think it was typical Aaron Rodgers, whether we're talking about the beginning or the end. I know the stats were better later in the year. I thought he played better later in the year, more comfortable physically later in the year. But I didn't think he played great football. I didn't think he saw the field like he normally did in the years that we came to expect kind of MVP performances from him. So the question becomes when, if he signs with Pittsburgh or anywhere else, what are we going to get from Aaron Rodgers? I guess the biggest thing for me is I want to see him a year removed, from the injury and back healthy and not trying to rush himself out there and see if he improves on some of the things that we saw at the end of the year. Yeah, I think if he does, and let me just say this, I think the Steelers are better with Aaron Rodgers at quarterback than what they had last year. What if we get anything like what Aaron did at the end of last year? I think they're a better football team with him. If we get an uptick from that, more healthy now, more mobile, more comfortable, I think that just makes them a little bit better, even more better than they would be just having him out there. So I do think he's an upgrade for them and makes them a better football team.
Now, that was Kurt Warner speaking about none other than the Aaron Rodgers situation with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, we know that situation is kind of tied to Shedeur Sanders because that's part of the reason, allegedly, why he didn't go to Pittsburgh. Check out what he had to say about Shedeur.
The Browns have the deepest quarterback room in the league right now, and that doesn't even include the injured Deshaun Watson. What was your evaluation of Shedeur Sanders, and how do you think he'll do there?
My evaluation was the most accurate quarterback I thought in this draft. When he sets his feet, when he's comfortable in the pocket and he delivers the football, the ball goes where he wants it to go. And, this was a quarterback that was asked to have to win football games for his team. I don't think that can be overstated, is that, you go to a team, it's a really good team, and you become a complementary piece. Yeah, your stats might be a little bit better. Your win-loss record might be a little bit better. But to be asked to win games for your team, to have to go out there and throw the ball every single week for your team to be successful, and that's with, an offensive line that struggled over the last couple of years. I think there's a lot to like about Shedeur Sanders. Improvement, and I'm a guy that always says this. All of these guys coming out of the draft this year, I believe, must improve if they're going to be really good or great quarterbacks at the NFL level. So it's not just Shedeur. All of them have to get better in certain areas. But I believe there's a lot to like. And you give him a good offensive line, does he get more comfortable? If he's more comfortable, does he make more decisions on time and use that accuracy? And does that play to his favor at the NFL level? I'm interested to see that. But I really like Shedeur. And, he wasn't a fifth-round prospect, in my opinion. But again, I'm going solely off of tape. What I know off of tape, I thought he put some really, really good things on tape, and I'm excited to see how this Cleveland quarterback room plays out.
Now, guys, just like I stated, That is going to be the topic of discussion, man. This Cleveland quarterback room. Look out for any unexpected change with this quarterback room, bro. I don't put nothing past none of these people. But get down in the comment section. Let me know y'all thoughts about this. Keep them bills on because you know what? I'm going to bring you the news. And like always, shake the haters off. I'm out of here. Peace out.
Shake the haters.